Hello, ladies and gentlemen. A vlog is required. A rare thing indeed, since this channel is not so much a personal dumping ground for my own nonsense and more of an idea space. However, things are afoot, and that requires action, and that action needs to be explained because to simply do something that will impact you, the viewer, and give no explanation as to how or why that is happening is unfair to you. And I am nothing if not pro-consumer information and choice, so that you can make as informed decisions as possible moving forward. This isn't without its flaws, however. After all, the odds of me making a video and you actually being able to see it these days is slim, since YouTube auto-unsubscribes people from channels they are subscribed to, doesn't push notifications even if the bell icon has been clicked to force YouTube to push notifications, and owing to the objective fact that YouTube deranks, doesn't recommend, demonetizes, and therefore doesn't serve my content and the content of many others to pretty much anyone. So even this, my largest platform, may in fact not be sufficient owing to circumstances beyond my control, and that is ultimately one of the things that I want to talk about in this vlog. It is one of the myriad reasons why I've come to some very important decisions regarding YouTube and my use of it. As of the release of this video, the comment sections on all of my videos will be switched off. Not disabled, merely set to hold all comments for review. You will still be able to make your comments. The ones that YouTube doesn't automatically delete for whatever stupid nebulous reason YouTube deletes things for will still exist somewhere. They will simply not appear on the video. This is so that in the future I will be able to manually release all of them should circumstances change. You will still have the ability to shout at the TV, as it were. As far as I know, live chat should still operate for live streams and video premieres, which I will be making more use of, so people can at least discuss videos in the immediate. So before the anger ensues and people start shouting about freedom of speech and other non-argument gaslights about thin skin and not being able to handle criticism, let me first explain what is happening and why I am taking this course of action. Firstly, no. This is not me attempting to silence my audience or my critics. I actually enjoy being able to interact with people in my comment section and discuss ideas in the relevant space. However, YouTube comments are fundamentally broken at a base level. I've already mentioned that YouTube automatically deletes comments for seemingly random reasons. Posting a comment these days is like playing a lottery as to whether or not your comment will actually make it through YouTube's draconian censorship bots to be made publicly viewable. Hell, I've had my own comments deleted from my own videos on my own channel. YouTube's comment sections are broken. They are unfit for purpose. To borrow a phrase YouTube used when talking about removing things they want to get rid of from their site, this feature is not commercially viable. As such, it needs to be retired. As I've mentioned, your comments will still exist, assuming YouTube doesn't automatically purge them. Should YouTube change how their comments work and actually fix them, which I highly doubt, then there may come a day where I have to sit and manually review all of them to release them from YouTube comment purgatory. As for my position on comments and audience interaction, I want this to continue and actively support your ability as an audience member to leave whatever comments you want on content with the obvious caveats necessary for free speech with regards to not breaking laws which need to be there to protect free speech and others. For instance, laws against arranging human trafficking in comment sections and things like that. With this in mind, comments will remain open on videos that are uploaded to BitChute, which includes everything that has been uploaded to YouTube. I am currently working on uploading the back catalogue to BitChute for your perusal. When talking about BitChute, it should also be noted that there are BitChute exclusive videos, things that are simply too edgy for YouTube. This is as another incentive to get people to migrate from YouTube to other platforms that are simply, at this point, superior in many ways. BitChute, for instance, doesn't censor the comment section. This I instantly consider to be an improvement from YouTube, especially given that my content frequently deals with some quite in-depth topics that bear being teased out by active debate and discussion. This cannot happen in an environment where basic speech is stifled. Yes, BitChute has its own problems. Lesser quality video hosting, videos not being able to be displayed at 1080p or certain higher frame rates. I've also heard tell that the BitChute mobile application can be a bit janky from a user perspective. However, since I don't use it, I can't comment on how true this may be. So, if you want to discuss my videos, probably the best place to do so will be at bitchute.com/tealdeer. Shorter videos will also be hosted on my minds.com account, minds.com/tealdeer. Minds is more a text-based media site than video. It seems to only allow shorter videos, if memory serves correctly, about 15 minutes or less. However, there are plans to expand this, so this may or may not be the case at the time of publishing this video or by the time you watch it. This will almost certainly only contribute to the death sentence that has been placed on my channel by YouTube. YouTube search rankings are controlled by many variables: P-scores, the throttling code, audience engagement, etc. For channels that have already been deemed as wrong thinkers, you are not going to get your videos served on YouTube. It has been objectively demonstrated in several independent studies and exposés that YouTube favors large media companies, late-night talk show hosts, and their own paid-for celebrity actors over all other content. This is compounded by the fact that YouTube also has an objective bias in favor of center-left mainstream media, left-leaning partisan politics, and finally, right-leaning partisan politics, which is basically limited to Fox News because they're too big to ignore. If you don't fit this mold, YouTube throttles you. If you stand in active opposition to these things, YouTube throttles you even more. Demonetization for your channel is another death sentence, because if YouTube can't make money off your videos, then its incentive to serve those videos only goes lower. To then add on top of that another death sentence of reduced audience interaction, it basically ensures a channel will die. However, if it was actively being killed already by the powers that be, what is one extra death sentence on top of that if it helps to push your community to another place where it can be built afresh in a better environment where it can actively flourish, rather than being relentlessly stamped on by the boot of a multinational multi-billion-dollar corporation? And make no mistake, that's the force you are up against. No matter your ideals and fighting spirit, it is simply a war you cannot win by direct confrontation. However, you can win it by starving the beast you are fighting. YouTube lives off of the content we put on it, the engagement we give it. YouTube is the troll we are feeding. If you don't feed the troll, eventually it dies. So while it may be an inconvenience for you as an audience member to have to go register a new account on a different website and re-find all your favorite content creators, know that it is in your best interest long term. YouTube as a platform is no longer fit for purpose. The only way that it will understand that is for it to be hit in its wallet. Money is the only language big companies understand at the end of the day. I know that as a result of this decision, I will take another massive hit to my channel's overall performance, and I'm okay with that. While one shrinks on one platform, another rises somewhere else to match it. The fact of the matter is that none of this should be necessary. I shouldn't have to take this hit. You shouldn't have to go through the effort of using a YouTube clone because YouTube is no longer fit for purpose. However, that is the case. It's ridiculous. We, as content creators on this site, have to battle YouTube, the very company we make content for, the very company that only exists because we exist. You may say, well, the service is free. Yes, it is free. For you, the viewer. For people who make the videos, it isn't. We pay with our time and effort and the share of ad revenue and super chat money that YouTube takes. The tithe is very much paid. Having to battle against what is effectively your employer is incredibly frustrating. Having to then battle on behalf of your other employers, your audience who directly support you, against your other pseudo-employer, YouTube, is also an incredible frustration. All I want, and what many other creators want, is a decent environment where we can make the content that we want to make, engage with our audiences without unnecessary interference, and have a space where our audiences can engage without fear of randomly losing their subscriptions and randomly losing their time that they put into trying to have a basic human conversation. To have a space where my audience can actually find my videos, can actually receive notifications when I upload those videos. The last few months of YouTube have been the polar opposite of that experience. Whether it be the randomly deleted comments, randomly unsubscribed from channels, served biased far-left mainstream media content they don't want to watch, mainstream late-night television hosts that people came to YouTube to get away from, the random screwing with the front page of YouTube, curated trending feeds, breaking basic functioning tools. It is an ongoing battle against the people or company that should be supporting us because we are supporting them. YouTube has made clear that their goal is to chase television. They want to become Television 2.0, a model that this site was not based upon, a model that users of this site came here to get away from. Why YouTube is trying to chase what is already behind them, I don't know, but it is a suicidal trajectory. People watching this may say, oh, but television is more popular than ever, look at all of the amazing shows. No, it's not television that's popular. It's programming that's popular. All the big hitters, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, The Mandalorian, not big because they're on television, big because they're shows people want to see, and they're available to stream on demand, often all in one go. This should be a media service model that YouTube absolutely crushes, because that's been how YouTube functioned from the very beginning, except instead of hosting media made by big studios, it's media made by everyone. The people who make this media, more relevant than ever. The big cable-style TV organizations, less relevant by the day. Audiences are more discerning now than ever. They want what they want, when they want, how they want, all in one go at their fingertips on demand. And given the technological advancements made in the last 2 decades, this is 100% possible. And yet YouTube seems to have decided it wants to chase the old model, and while it's at it, to kill what made the platform unique, its own creators and audience. All this in a bid to chase advertisers. TV has advertisers, ergo we must become TV. Absolute rubbish. I have and will forever maintain the position that there is no such thing as not advertiser friendly. Even the deepest, darkest recesses of the internet, extreme graphic pornography, extreme violence, gore, disaster footage websites, they all have adverts on them. YouTube simply does a poor job of connecting the relevant advertisers to the relevant content creators. Think a video isn't suitable for kids? Okay, YouTube Kids exists for anyone under 13. On the main site, put an age restriction on it for 18 plus only, and put 18 plus adverts on the video. Movie theaters, you know, those places that show videos in a room, have no problem doing this. Why should it be a problem for a video sharing website? The answer is, it isn't, and it shouldn't. But it is for YouTube because reasons. No one knows what those reasons are, but by gum there's a lot of them reasons out there. People want to be able to find the content they want. Content creators want to be able to have their content served to people looking for that content. That is all that YouTube should be focused on. That is it. And small individual content creators are the people making that content, not big multinational studios. Hell, the biggest content creator on YouTube is a gaming channel run by some guy in his home office. This is not what is happening on YouTube for reasons as mentioned before. Throttling, shadow banning, P-scores, left-leaning political bias, and then the tomfoolery with demonetization and the comment section problems. Every single one designed to derank, disincentivize, demotivate, and disenfranchise content creators and their audiences. This relentless fighting, the constant battle against the very platform that we as content creators work for and keep propped up, is just all so damn tiresome. Especially when it results in years of work, hundreds if not thousands of hours of work down the drain because YouTube decided it doesn't want you or your kind here anymore. So long, thanks for all the fish, we're now going to go court the big bloated rotting carcasses of the dead whales that were television giants 30 years ago, and we're going to turn this platform into their personal playground. Nothing edgy, Nothing interesting, nothing thought-provoking, just another dumping ground for the next bland, boring product for mindless drones to consume so that they can then get excited for the next product. I just want to do my job on YouTube and make videos that people can find and watch and talk about. Other content creators just want to do their jobs on YouTube, to make videos that people can find and that people can watch and that people can then talk about. YouTube won't let us do that. Thus, there is only one conclusion. YouTube is not commercially viable. It is not fit for purpose, and so we must go elsewhere. Ultimately, this is what has led to this decision. It's a pain, and I really don't want to do it. But closing off the comments on this site and having to encourage my audience to go somewhere better so they can actually talk to each other and to me is at this point the best way forward. Who knows, maybe others will take similar action. If enough people do it, who knows, maybe YouTube will actually fix their broken system. They won't, but it's nice to dream. And if they don't, eventually there will be no one left. YouTube will become Television 2.0, and it will die the same death as the media companies that people came to YouTube to get away from.